This channel and all its videos are non-profit and for the sole objectives of educational and teaching purposes only. We hope everyone enjoy and learn from them. Hello everyone, Teacher Lim here. Now I'm very excited today. This is the very first video for this channel. Now I really wanted to do this video first because 3 weeks ago, my school, of course I won't mention my school, but my school teachers, we went for it's like a staff retreat learning kind of trip. So it's more of values in action for the staff or for the teachers of the school, including of course our principals and our very important support staff from the general office join us as well. So basically everyone in the school went for this, I would say it's a very nice, interesting and educational, a very informative kind of values in action activity. So I think it has a lot to do with science and social studies as well, and I think the learning points are quite multiple, or I would say endless. So it's interdisciplinary, cross subjects. So basically the main topic is about recycling in Singapore, and 19th of November, you can see the date there. So we all went to East Coast Park. So we did this activity which is called plogging, and as the activity is a Swedish term, actually comes from a Swedish term from Sweden. So it's basically about jogging and running or even walking, and at the same time, you know, you pick up rubbish that you see along the way, or trash or garbage. So we did it of course in the morning around 9 a.m. As we were doing our plogging or walking and picking up the rubbish at the same time, there were actually some stations or some games installed for us by our trainers. So really grateful for them. I thought this activity was really interesting, so I managed to capture it on video. So credits to our trainers. Of course, after the video, you will see some of my slides that I've created to better teach everyone what was taught and what was learnt by the teachers ourselves. So of course, credits go to Google Images for some of the pictures that I used for the presentation, which comes after the video. So I think our trainers were very kind and nice enough to let me video. Of course, provided that no faces were captured. So the voices of everyone there, teachers, some of the teachers and the trainers were captured in this video. So I hope everyone learned something from that video.
Okay, so welcome to the Recycle Right Station. Okay, here we are going to learn something very important. Okay, is to recycle correctly. Okay, so there's a very big issue that has happened right now. Okay, our blue recycling bin. Okay, I mean those that you can find under our HDB block, right? They are contaminated. Okay, so a lot of things that aren't in the bin, aren't supposed to be in the bin, okay, are present in the bin, and it's causing the rest of the materials not recyclable. Okay, so now with this pile of recyclables and also not recyclables, okay, I will let you, okay, put it aside, okay, the recyclables here and the not recyclables here. Okay, once you have completed the mission, you'll be given the code. Okay, alright, let's get started.
Sort this out.
Yes, just sort it. The recyclable and non-recyclable.
Should be recyclable. No, recyclable is this side, right?
Recyclable.
Oh, this side.
Yeah,
Sorry.
non-recyclable.
Where is the one that can?
Yeah, can. Oh, I don't know.
There's number inside. 5 years to recycle.
5 minutes.
Still number one.
So,
I don't know number. This cannot be the.
this is with food inside, right?
You decide first.
Oh.
You decide whether it's recyclable or
Yeah,
not
there's
recyclable.
this.
So, I think maybe
Cannot see number.
it's with food. No,
Number is the
it's-
top plastic,
Yeah,
I
I
think.
think maybe not.
Need to wash.
44.
Yeah, wash first. Is
Wash
it?
out.
That cannot? I think that one.
Which one?
Yeah. Oh, got food inside? Oh,
That's
got
why
food
I
inside.
got
Yeah.
leaf. I took out the leaf.
Oh, then maybe not. Because you need to clean it first.
Yeah.
Just imagine there's to be food. This one. How? Yeah? Recyclable? No logo. Okay, I think
Okay, are you sure? Confirm? Yes, okay, now let's do a quick check, alright? So let's look at the recyclables that you have here. Okay, can you share with me why do you think this is recyclable?
It's clean.
It's clean, yes, that's one point. And there's a recycling sign here, okay? And this indicates the different types of plastics, okay, from 1 to 7, okay? So in general, in Singapore, 1 to 5 is recyclable, okay? And then 6, 7 is not in general, okay? It depends on which country you are in, okay? But in general, 1 to 5 is recyclable, okay? How about, okay, these are all plastics, aluminium, the tin can, glass, recyclable, very good. Okay, now let's look at this. And you think that these are not recyclable. Can you share with me why? They are dirty?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. Okay, you are very right. Okay, so things that are dirty, we cannot throw into the recycling bin even though they are recyclable. Okay, because if we do that, alright, the food and if you have food and also liquid inside, okay, when there's a leakage, okay, it will actually leak and then contaminate the rest of the materials in the recycling bin. Okay, so it only takes one person to do this action and it will render the whole recycling bin not recyclable anymore. Okay, so we don't want to be the one person that caused that. Okay, so we have to be more mindful and also more cautious with our action. Okay, before we throw, think twice. Should I throw it in? Okay, or should I process it first? Okay, alright, very good. And how about this? Why do you think this is not recyclable?
Oh, I think can.
Yep, you see the sign here? Yes. Okay, so it's recyclable with this sign. Okay, indicates that it's recyclable. And what has to be done before it's recycled? Wash. Okay, it's okay if you don't flatten it, but it has to be washed. Okay, and this one? Why do you think it's not recyclable? It's plastic, right? Huh? No logo. Very good. That's a very good point. Okay, if you don't see any logo, means it's highly possible that it's not recyclable. Okay, so it's the same as Yakult bottle. Okay, so the small bottles that you find, right, even though it's plastic, you know that it's plastic, but there's no sign in it. Okay, so that's likely that it's not recyclable. Okay, without the sign. Okay, so this one, the reason why it's not recyclable is because it's complex material where you have a combination of plastic plus very thin layer of aluminium. Okay, so it's inseparable. Okay, so you cannot separate these two types of materials. Okay, so that's not recyclable. The best way to reduce this, okay, is to actually reduce our food packaging. Okay, you can either go to the refill stores or you can buy packets without the individual packs. Okay, like biscuits. If you go for to shop for biscuits, go for the choices that offer you less packaging. Okay, yeah, so that's how we can reduce on our waste. Alright, congratulations. Yeah, you have done well. Thank you very much. I will give you the code. Do you have the form to fill?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Alright, thank you. Thanks.
Can I ask you, 1 to 5 are recyclables, right?
Ah.
And 6 and 7 are not recyclable.
Yes.
Then why do they still give the logo? Why
Oh,
not
it's
just
to
give
indicate. That one is to indicate what type of plastic is it. So it depends on which country you are
so some
in.
countries they
Some countries
still
can.
process,
Correct.
just that
Depends
in
on the
Singapore.
technology available.
Oh, so
Yeah.
1 to 5 can,
In general.
but
in general,
6 to 7 cannot.
Yeah, most
Most
of the
countries
time, most countries 6, 7 can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are bottles, is it, that we usually drink, the reusable bottles.
Reusable bottles, yeah, you will.
Oh yeah, number 5.
Like those for example, Rubbermaid, those are brands.
Okay.
7, normally they have a 7 at the bottom.
7 is other types of plastics. Yeah.
So those kinds cannot recycle.
Most of the countries lah, yeah, they won't be able to recycle that. Yes.
So if we were to wash and clean and dry that, can it still be recycled?
Yes.
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 Number 1.
Yeah, so that's the action that is required before we recycle. Okay, if you know that it can be recycled, we just need to make sure that it's clean. Okay, and before we throw it in. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Please help us to spread the message to your
Sure.
children.
Yeah, I will definitely spread the message through this video. Yes, definitely.
Something.
Thanks. Yes.
For glass, when you throw in, it becomes pieces, bits and
Okay,
pieces.
yes.
Can it still be recycled? Because it's like bits and pieces in the blue bin.
as long as you make sure that it's well contained, okay, that it doesn't hurt anyone when they transfer. Because eventually when you reach the facility, they will still crush it.
They will still
They'll
crush
still
it.
crush it. Yeah, you just need to make sure that throughout the process, no one is hurt.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
because
maybe wrap it with some paper.
Yeah, wrap it with something, or make sure the
Paper.
bag is sturdy enough. Yeah, so that it doesn't cut through. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we need to head back.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, I hope everyone enjoyed that video we took outdoors on 19th of November. Pretty interesting, I would say. Nice game for us, and I think it's really educational and informative for us, especially if we want to save this planet, we want to save the earth. We want to do recycling, whether it's in Singapore or in other countries. Now, maybe the first point, right, if you remembered from the video, okay, quite a lot of learning points here. Now, before we recycle, right, we should always check for the labels on the product's packaging material to double check if they can actually be recycled. So this is a Tetra Pak, which was mentioned in the video. So usually nowadays, right, we don't have milk bottles that are made of glass anymore. Glass is really heavy, so we have turned to Tetra Paks. It's actually a combination of plastic and paper. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I understand what Tetra Pak is, and it's much lighter, and is used constantly to store products like milk, orange juice, apple juice, different juices, or even chocolate milk. So Tetra Pak can in fact be recycled. Now, point number two, right? Most countries, especially like our own country, Singapore, if you noted what the trainer mentioned, we can actually accept and recycle plastics from numbers 1 to 5. So Singapore is like most countries. Now 1 to 5 can be recycled. So generally 6 to 7 cannot be recycled. Now if I'm not sure why 6 to 7 can't be recycled. So I mean my best guess would be because the technology to recycle 6 to 7 might be very advanced or expensive. So maybe most countries like Singapore might not have achieved such a technology yet. So correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just guessing or thinking this might be the reason. So just take note that 1 to 5, if the packaging has a label of 1 to 5, most likely we can recycle it, or even other countries can recycle it. So point number 3 now, this is something very interesting. So packaging materials made from a combination of more than one material, like potato chips packaging or biscuit wrapper bags, they are usually made of a combination of aluminium and plastic. They cannot be recycled. So maybe something to think about. This is these aluminium bags, a combination of aluminium and plastic. They can't be recycled, and yet Tetra Paks can be recycled. So maybe everyone might need to take note of and find out more why this cannot be recycled, yet Tetra Paks can be recycled. Alright. Next point, number 4. So right, I think this was really one of the main learning points. Recyclable materials must be kept clean, or must be cleaned before they can be put into the recycling bin. If not, these dirty containers, right, they will contaminate. Or an easier word of contamination, I think, would be to damage or destroy all the plastics that are in the bin, even though they were previously able to be recycled or they were clean. But dirty plastic containers, might actually cause those clean containers to be unrecyclable or unusable. So whenever we throw them into the bin, right, a recycling bin, I think we need to be careful. We need to make sure that they are clean first before we put them into the recycling bin. So now, point number 5, right, actually there are many such bins in Singapore. So this is the recycling bin, right, and this is for e-waste or electronic waste. Now these are usually found, I've seen them many times before at void decks, at the bottom of our HDB flats. This one usually they are found in schools. I think our school has one. Yes, definitely our school has one at the entrance. And they are also found in many shopping malls. I've seen them before in many shopping malls. So do recognize and look out for recycling bins at HDB flat void decks or e-waste bins found in schools or shopping malls. so that recyclable materials can be disposed of properly and be collected by the authorities. And of course, the idea is to save the earth, save our precious earth. So this photo, right, I took recently at my estate. So these are the newer, I wouldn't say the new bins, they are the same bins, but I think the stickers are updated, clearer, nicer for everyone to look at, so we know what to recycle. So I think my last point, but definitely not my least point. So broken bits and pieces of glass can actually be recycled as well. We just need to make sure that they do not cut or hurt anyone and they are disposed of properly. So because right, when these materials are sent for recycling, they are the glass bottles or the glass products will be crushed anyway. So even if they are broken, we just got to make sure they are broken or smashed or in small pieces, like sharp pieces, we can still dispose them into the recycling bin. Just got to be more careful. So I was thinking maybe one way is to wrap it in plastic bags. Alright, I'm not too sure myself. So just got to make sure the sharp parts don't cut others, or don't cut the cleaners or the recycling materials collectors. Alright everyone, I have come to the end of my video. I hope everyone learned something. Thank you all so much for watching. See you all in my next video, and may the fire of passion in teaching and learning be ever burning in everyone. Goodbye and take care.